going on, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. It's the co-founders of Be Limitless Global. It's your girl Bex coming to you live and direct, and we've got my girl here, Carly. Today we are going to be reacting to Patricia Bright's 6 Millionaire Morning Habits.
Hello there guys, and welcome to The Break. My name is Patricia Bright. We're over here giving you the tools and resources to learn, grow, navigate life like a boss and make money moves in the process. I hope you are doing well. So today we are going to get into it, and I want to talk about morning habits, because let's keep it real. Whatever happens in the morning impacts your entire day. This is a fact. I don't know where it's written, but for me personally, I really feel like if the morning doesn't go right, nothing goes right.
That's true. It's true. The amount of people that say that, innit? Like, make your bed first thing, or like, say you stub your toe in the morning, then everything just goes. You spill your cereal. This happens to this. Like, it just completely messes up your day.
I have one small fact about making your bed as soon as you get up. So apparently, you need to at least leave 15 minutes before you make your bed in the morning because of the bacteria and the mites and all of that type of stuff, because they like the warmth. They like the apparently they like the warmth and stuff. So yeah, you have to leave your bed open. So as much as it is a good tip to make your bed early in the morning, just be wary and go and research that fact. But I totally agree. If you start if you wake up saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. What is this day?" Like, more than likely, half your day you're gonna be tired.
100%.
Very annoying. So I wanted to get into some habits that are really important, I think, in my personal opinion, to embed that will help you be more productive, more focused, and thus bringing in that moolah, because that's what we like to talk about over here. But in general, I really think that learning how to kind of set up your day and set up your morning effectively has a long-term effect on your entire life. And I'm currently in the process of working towards improving my mornings every single day.
I mean, let's just quickly go on like how we set up our morning, right? So, and then we can react to the rest of the video. So what do you do when you first get up? How is your morning changed since working from home compared to getting up and going out to work?
Well, my mornings have mostly been impacted because obviously I'm not training. I usually go training at 6:30 in the morning, so I don't train as early anymore. So what do I usually do? I don't know. So I'm up, I train, brush my teeth first, probably train, have a shower, make a cup of coffee, and my vanilla latte, cereal, and then start work.
Is that your current routine, or
that's not current routine? That's now.
So you're still getting up?
Yeah, but I won't. Well, at this current moment, I'm not training in the morning, I'm training in the evenings because it's the open at the moment. So I'm only training once a day because I don't want to batter myself for it. But usually it'll be twice a day I train. So I would train like 7 rather than 6:30. So it means I'd have to leave the house earlier to get to the box for 6:30.
So right now, my morning is tragic. I'll be honest. I'm used to previously waking up at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. This is when I was the most productive. 4, 5 o'clock, wake up, meditate, pray, watch a sermon, motivational video. Then I would go to the gym, and then I would come home, and then I'd go to work. And that's when I was the most productive. Right now, it's like wake up maybe 30 to 45 minutes before work, get ready, and start work. No breakfast, no nothing, not even.
Oh, that's not good.
So yeah, but I mean, yeah, for real. So let's see what she has to say, the rest of it. All right, boy.
So today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. I'll be honest with you, let me bring this one in. My mornings often consist of this little girl screaming. I hear, "Wah!" And I'm going to tell you that gives me a headache. It makes me feel terrible. So my goal is to not wake up to the sound of this yelling, but instead to the sound of birds chirping and the peace that I planned for myself that happens before the kids arrive. So step into the light, or should I say, there's nothing quite like the sun rays waking you up, warmly touching your face in this envelope of beauty and light. Our bodies are impacted by light. Light does impact our serotonin levels and our melatonin levels. So light is really important.
Number one, do you wake up, does light come into your room in the morning?
No, mate. I have blackout curtains. Listen. I can't do. You know what? Yeah, I actually bought one of those light alarm clocks because it says about it waking you. Because I really struggle to sleep, so it says it's supposed to help and it just eases you out of your sleep better and whatever nonsense. But I don't know. I found I slept through it a couple times, and the bird chirping noise that it makes is annoying. It's so fake. It's such a fake bird noise, so it's irritating. So I still set an alarm on my phone because I'm so scared that I'm gonna miss the alarm. So then, yeah. So I still wake up to that horrible iPhone sound now.
So with that light, do you set it to the time that you want to wake up, and then it will start to gradually brighten up?
It comes up I think half an hour before, so it gradually will,
That's a really good concept though. I think I might look into that. So you wouldn't set an alarm, you would just have that, and the bird chirping is like when you need to
get comes up. In like afterwards, but I still set an alarm because I'm scared of missing it. So at the moment, I could probably say I should go back to doing it because I'm not worried about missing my class in the morning. So I can probably get away if I accidentally overslept. And I naturally start to wake up around the time I should anyway. So I probably should try it out, but I was still setting an alarm clock.
Because I'm not gonna lie, one thing that does bother me, and it doesn't take much, I don't really wake up like I can sleep through a lot, but when someone just turns on the light, it's a wrap. I'm mad. Especially if I'm sleeping, it's irritating. Oh my goodness. All right, cool. Let's go on to the next part because I got another point, I think.
However, there are ways that you can wake up to light using, like, say for instance, timer light bulbs or even an alarm clock that lights up. So I have a Lumi light that I use to slowly and lovelily wake me up. It slowly gets brighter and brighter, and it is like waking up to the sunlight. There are also smart light bulbs nowadays that you can use. So if you want to get smart light bulbs installed, it is a great way to have a soft, gentle glow wake you up than either the darkness or a stark, bright light. Sound, yeah, what you wake up to really has an impact on your nervous system and how you feel. Sound has a huge impact to you, and I hate hearing that sound. You know the iPhone alarm clock.
No. My alarm clock, I have that dun 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 dun. My brother was like, that sounds like Mariah Carey. That does. It's annoying, and I snooze. I'm a snoozer.
Can you hear mine?
Yeah.
It's like birds and flipping rain. Oh gosh.
I'd go to sleep to that.
That's you know what, I cannot stand that, the ringtone that she just played. Like, I can't. And another thing that gets my nervous system, like, I'm heightened all the way to the top, is if somebody calls my name. Rebecca? Like, what the hell? Why? It's early in the morning. Don't call my name, man. What the hell?
It gives me heart palpitations. I definitely feel a certain way to what I wake up to from a sound perspective. So I no longer allow myself to wake up to an alarm clock that is going to make me feel high levels of stress. I use the Sleep Cycle app, and what it does is it kind of identifies in my sleep cycle when I am slowly becoming out of REM sleep, I believe, and I'm going into lighter sleep, which means this is a great period of time to wake me up. And when I wake up, I don't wake up to this horrible, nauseating noise that just gives you that tension. Instead, I wake up to a relatively calm, soothing music that gets progressively louder, but not in a way that is aggressive and painful. Now, you may not want calming, relaxing music or the sound of birds or whales in the ocean. You may want a hype song that gets you happy. It's up to you to dictate how
Can you imagine that?
But you can track that.
You just hear like a house track and you're all sleeping and you're like,
Literally, like, just be like cutting shapes in your sleep, just oh, what you... Oh,
I wish
God.
I woke up like that.
That's going to put you in the ultimate mood to start your day effectively. Without a plan, the people perish, and honestly, there's nothing quite like knowing that you've woken up to something you have a plan to do. I make sure that every single night I write down what do I want to achieve. Not too many things. I would have 3 key goals that I want to achieve, 3 to 5. I write them in my planner of what I want to get done the next day. It means that I sleep better, but also when I wake up in the morning, I don't have to be like, so what's going on today? Oh, I don't know, panic, oh, and I just let whatever happens to me happen. No. I think the best way to have a great morning and a great day is to plan the night before.
One thing I was gonna say, right, because we know that we've both got pretty demanding jobs. So I'm getting to a point where everything that I do is work related, that I forget, what do I even need to do in my own personal life? I don't know if you feel the same way or whether you actually still set your goals for what you need to do personally.
So I always, through the day, in my work diary, I have I've got a list of actions that I need to do that I have on, I have to work quick or whatever. But I then have a physical diary as well. And if it's in the physical diary, I know it's urgent and I write down the date it needs to be done. So I never wake up panicking and worrying about what I need to do. I know it's written. And then I have a little diary that's for my personal stuff. So I always know what needs to be done. The issue is just getting around to doing it. Because you say, working crazy hours and then I've got to train or whatever. And I don't get much time. I've got a lot better lately because I force myself to be better with my time, because obviously with COVID you just sit down at laptop all day. Sometimes you don't log off till 10, 11 o'clock at night. But I always know what needs to be done. I write everything down.
I mean, I'm definitely in a moment of I don't know what I need to do in my spare time. At the minute it's relaxing, maybe just watching some TV because I've been working so much. And this is another thing, I feel because I'm working so much, now my spare time is not, I don't want to be filled with trying to do loads of side hustle stuff, let's say. For example, we're recording our videos and stuff, so I know the day that we're recording, I know the day that we're going to edit. But outside of that, at this moment in time, I'm even my social media, I don't think I've posted properly on Instagram since the 24th of February. It's wild.
You're gonna have to get back in a routine, because when we come out of lockdown, you're not gonna know what to do with yourself.
Honestly, I'm gonna be absolutely lost. Where am I going? What am I doing? And I think that that's another thing about lockdown, isn't it? It's it's very easy to blur those lines between personal life and work life, and finding that balance as well.
Definitely.
Put some rituals in place. I'm not going to say drink your water and meditate, but I am going to kind of say drink your water and meditate. But the whole concept of putting a routine in place in the morning is about eliminating decision fatigue. When you have to be what am I going to eat? What am I going to wear? What do I need to do? What happens next? All of that is a lot of information for your brain to process. And what you want your brain to be processing is how you're going to make your millions a bit later, not what the hell am I wearing today. What you want to do is a set of rituals that you do every day. Come up with a set of steps that inevitably become a habit. You don't even have to think about it. You don't have to process it. And that means that you're eliminating the amount of things that your mind has to think about you doing on a daily basis.
So I think that's a great point, right? Is having that ritual. And I mean, we've started a challenge, haven't we? So we've got 5.
I'm not doing it anymore, mate. I tapped out on day 2, bro. You lot are still like, oh, how's everyone getting on? I haven't said anything in that group because I cannot do it.
I'm on
so hard.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still on day 1.
It's so hard.
But this is the point, is like, if you were to say like you got up half an hour early to do or 30 to 40 minutes early in the morning, and you just get quite a few rituals out of the way, or routine out of the way. And I think that when you do get into that routine, like one of the things that we know already about millionaires and billionaires is that they wear the same clothes. They have 5 of the same shirts, jeans,
Absolutely.
and whatever.
Less
decisions. And one thing as well that I would say that everybody must do if they're trying to be more productive is scrap the snooze button. Forget it. Don't have a snooze button. As soon as your alarm goes off, you are up out of the bed. Boom. Wake up, pull the cover back and get out of the bed. I promise you, it's hard in the beginning, but I swear to you, it is so key and valuable.
Mel Robbins does a video about that. I think it's about motivation, and she says about you literally have like 5 seconds or something like that to make a decision. If you don't take it in that's it. You've pretty much just set yourself up to not make it happen, or there's going to be an issue down the line. But I do struggle with the snooze. I love a snooze.
So do I.
I love a snooze.
Honestly,
I'm not a morning person because I could stay up all night long. Like, there's some people they go, oh, I'm so tired at 9 o'clock at night. I don't know the last time I've been tired at 9 o'clock at night. Even 11 o'clock, I'm wide awake. If you just let me be, I'd probably go to sleep around 1 o'clock. But I have to force myself. It takes a long time for me to just chill and to relax, and then to like just my brain to shut off.
But that's the problem when you're like busy all day, is because you don't give yourself that time to unwind. And I already know about you, you're not a person that can just sit down and relax and just not really do too much. You're always on the go. So I can understand that, yeah, you definitely probably do have an issue with trying to fall off to sleep without your brain being at 1,000,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
But
if anyone's got any tips, let us know.
Yeah.
I definitely would appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, guys, we just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for locking in, and hit the bell notification so that you can get notified when we're dropping every single week. Every Friday at 2:30 p.m. or 3:30 p.m. I've forgotten the time now. We are dropping a video.
So my routine that I don't want to think about is teeth, walk, coffee, exercise routine, shower, kids, right? That just happens. And once my little habits and the things that I'm like, this is what I do every day is done, I feel much freer to be like, right, let's get the day going. I actually picked that up in the 5-second rule, I think from Mel Robbins. And it's the concept of like not having to think about it, not letting your brain like process all the other stuff that you've got to get done. There's always going to be things that are pulling your attention. But I think there's an element of having a routine of self-care before you start dealing with everybody else's noise. Talking about the concept of noise, turn the social media off. Oh my gosh, this one I've had to learn the hard way. And every time I learn about this, I realize this is the right thing for me to do. Nowadays, I put my phone on airplane mode. I make it a huge goal to not consume any news, any emails, any social media before I've done the stuff that is going to help me grow in the way that I want to grow as a person. Because there are so many demands on our life. There are so many demands of our attention, and it's distracting. There's oh so much information our brains can process. And if you've given all your good processing power, all that processing power you gathered while you were sleeping, you're giving it away to this non-existent important thing like social media. What's its your gain? How does it help you? What does it do? Nothing. It's just taken from you. Everybody's taken from you, and you gave them that energy. Let's imagine that sleep is the bank of money. Let's imagine you've now gathered your money. Your money has lifted in the bank, and you said, no, I'm going to give half of that to social media. Are you a charity? No. You need to keep that money and invest it in yourself first. And so
Wait, so that's funny.
Charity.
Are you a charity? No. So I would just comment on this point, and this was part of my morning ritual when I was waking up at 4-5 o'clock in the morning, is that I didn't look at my phone for the first hour of the day. And I tell you, it is so freeing. Even when I've been busy, like this week, last week, where I haven't looked at my phone, I feel so light and airy and free. But right now, I'll be honest, I'm definitely a person that wakes up in the morning and I'm on my phone straight away. How about you?
What do you look at though?
WhatsApp, and then I go into Instagram. They're the first two things.
Yeah. I mean, first thing, I'll see if I've got messages. I do enjoy the news. I like to keep up with what's going on in the world. I know a lot of people say negative. I get news is negative a lot of the time. However, for me, I personally feel it's important to stay in tune and know what's going on. Yes, I know the media's biased, etc., but I like to keep a handle on it, and I'm not a negative person, so I don't allow it to consume me. I just like to be aware.
And that's a major key. And I was going to say, like, for you, if it doesn't impact you negatively and it's literally just a source of what is going on, then totally fine. But for me, I'm such a big absorber, so I just I don't listen to the news. Like, seriously, my mum's always like, oh, did you hear about this? Oh, did you hear about that? And I can't even lie, I'm so ignorant. I'm just like, what? When did that happen? Or whatever. But it's not the best way to be, but I'm protecting myself at the end of the day.
That's
so
fair enough. Yeah,
it all depends on you, innit?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Play mode is an essential for me. And
However, before she carries on, when you go on aeroplane mode, doesn't that stop phone calls coming in?
Yeah.
I can't do that. For me, like, I've got even if my dad wasn't older, I can't have that, because if somebody needs to get hold of you in emergency, I'm like very much the go-to person in my family. No, I wouldn't be able to handle that if I clicked my phone on and something happened overnight. So that for me wouldn't be something I would do.
I couldn't put it on airplane mode either. However, I'll be honest, my phone only rings for two people, my partner and my mum. They're the only two people that ring through onto my phone. My whole phone is on Do Not Disturb, because I just cannot stand the sound of notifications. No vibrations, no tones, no nothing. I can't stand seeing the little numbers, and I cannot stand hearing it. So yeah, don't try and get through to me unless you're my mum or my partner. Alright, you ready?
Let's do it.
Choice to actively not log in and not log on until I've completed certain aspects of my day. So one, my routine, but also the work and the things that are working towards the goals that I want to achieve for myself. Eliminating distraction. There are apps such as Freedom app, because some of the things that we do are actually a reflex and we have no control. So I use Freedom app, which literally means when I type in Instagram, or if I type in YouTube and I try to open the app, it like blocks me and it says, you are free. And I love that screen, because it's like, oh, I was about to do what I always do, but it stopped me. And it's a pretty...
Woy! Should we try that for next week?
Nah, it's alright.
Nah, don't be silly. Let's try it.
I'm in two minds about this. You think about Gary Vee. He has a media company, yeah? And it depends what you're using social media for. So if you are literally, all you're doing is just scrolling because you're too in on other people's business, then yeah, I would say you need to scrap that. However, if you're trying to build a brand and whatever else, then social media is key. You have to be, like he says, you've got to be replying to people, engaging. You should be posting certain amounts a day, etc., etc. So if you're that person, then I'd say no, do your thing. But if you're doing random nonsense, then yeah, you need to cut that.
But I mean, even if you just say like, maybe, I don't know, I've never seen the app, but maybe for the first hour or 2 hours of your day to kind of block it. Because that's one of my things that I'm recording is my screen time. And my screen time has gone down, but so has my activity on social media, and I'm trying to build my social media, so it's damaging to who I'm trying to, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, absolutely. Sometimes I could be on Insta for like 3-4 hours, but that's not just nonsense, you know. I'm actually, like you say, scrolling through, responding, engaging, etc. Yeah, so you have a fair point, but maybe if it's like the first 2 hours of your day, the last 2 hours, maybe it could work out. All right, let's go.
Powerful tool, and there are lots of different content blockers and website blockers that we can all install into our lives to help us be more productive. I have a list in the description bar below. And this is a principle that I really like, which is from the book, which is called Make Time, and it's all about blocking your day. And for me personally, I like to block my mornings. I talked about sleep like being a bank of money, and again, I've also talked about decision fatigue. And in reality, like as the day goes on, our brains become more tired, there's lots more responsibility, things keep happening. So realize that in the morning, you are probably gonna have your most bank of like powerful information to be creative, to be wise, to make good decisions. So make sure that when it's in the morning, you can do what you can to eliminate other people asking you to do things and focusing on your own highlights. Highlights are things that are really important to you. It might be goals, it might be your dreams, it might be key work or key deliverables that you need to have. Usually try to attack them in the morning or as early as you can in the day, specifically before you start doing things for other people. So I really try to stick to this by putting some physical barriers in the way. So for instance, I have my email on auto response. It's on every single day. I try not to receive any emails before 3 p.m. in the afternoon, because in the morning and in the first part of the day, that's when I'm the most powerful. And I like to work on the things that are really important to me.
I definitely am a person that prefers to get stuff done later in the day. So if I've got, and that's something, especially when you're like constantly in meetings all day, you need to make sure that you're blocking time in your day as if it was a meeting in order to get stuff done. Otherwise, you just end up on calls all the day and never ever get stuff done. But I tend to do most of my, if I'm writing like white papers and stuff like that, I will do them at the end of the day. I'm going to try and make a switch and see what happens, because it's true, you should be more creative at the start of the day.
On the back of that, I would say I have 2 periods, one really early and then one maybe like 6 to 8 p.m. where I don't know, I just like, I really like focus, like either first thing in the morning or like 6-8 o'clock, even though 6-8 o'clock is a weird time, but it just feels like, because it's supposed to be at the end of your working day, I just then automatically can get stuff done, especially when it's for work. So yeah, it's definitely try the morning, because you know you're most fresh in the morning as well. Even though you might be a little bit sluggish or a little bit lethargic, you're fresh. Do you know what I mean?
So guys, that is the end of today's video. Those are certain things that you can do in the morning, habits that you can put in place that will change your life and allow you to be more productive and potentially make a little bit more income. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, but in the meantime, I'll catch you all later. Bye.
What I really liked about her video is they're really practical steps, and anybody watching this video, watching her video, and shout out to Patricia Bright. She's doing amazing stuff on her main channel as well as on the break. She's got a great following and she's got some really good topics as well. And everything that we've just watched now is very actionable. You can definitely implement them straight away. So I would suggest that you implement them. And also comment down below, what are your morning habits? How do you get going in the morning? What do you think we should add to that list of 6 or replace any of the ones that she mentioned?
Definitely. That's actually the first video I've watched of hers. I've heard about it, but I've never seen a video. I actually liked it, and I liked it for the fact that it was practical and it was just to the point. That's it. Yeah. Waffling on for ages, which I really liked. There was another book, funnily enough, today someone at work shared a book, it was good timing, called The Miracle Morning, The 6 Habits That Will Transform Your Life Before 8 a.m. And it's basically called The Savers. So it's silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. So I might take a look at that book.
What was the last one?
Scribing. Writing things down.
Writing. Oh, yeah.
Documenting.
What's it called again? Just say what
it is called The Miracle Morning, the 6 Habits That Will Transform Your Life Before 8 a.m. by Hal Elrod.
Ooh, I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I'll have a look at that. I thought it was brilliant timing when you said about, oh,
Yeah.
let's watch this video. And then somebody shared that today at work. I was like, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
To be-
So thank you once again for tuning into our channel, tuning into this video. We hope you like it. If you do, please go and give it a like, comment, share and subscribe. And be sure to go over to Patricia Bright and have a look at her videos as well. Any topics you think that we should cover, definitely drop it down in the comment section. And thank you again for tuning in.
Awesome. So one of the things that I did see when I had a quick look at that book that I just mentioned, was a really cool quote that somebody shared on an article about it. It said, remember, the moment you accept total responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you claim the power to change anything in your life. I was like, yeah.
And on that note, guys, we will see you next week. Peace.